You've probably heard that to manifest, you have to let go of resistance. But what if the reason why you're struggling to manifest has nothing to do with resistance? What if it's because your desire is too vague? Because as it turns out, many people are not struggling for lack of belief. They're struggling for lack of clarity. They're trying to manifest in broad strokes. I want more money. I want a partner. I want a home. These are not burning desires. These are just really good ideas. But you can't manifest a vague idea. And the difference between someone who perpetually struggles and someone who is a master manifester is the one who is able to turn a general wish into a firm decision. And in this video, I'm going to help you do exactly that. You'll walk away from this video knowing how to turn any desire, big or small, into a burning desire, into a magnetic vibration that is so clear it has to manifest. Hi, my name is Allison, and I'm here to help you create the life you desire to experience. And if this video resonates with you at any time, I would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. So, you know those really great, best at their sport athletes, and you can just see they live and breathe to win, that they do so many things that shows how focused and dedicated they are to this goal of being a success, of being a winning player. Well, that's what I always thought was a burning desire. And I thought you needed that level of passion and intensity to manifest something great. And that always made me feel inadequate, because while I have desires, I don't feel like that about them. So deep down, I was always afraid I'm not generating enough magnetism or excitement or intensity and passion to call in major life transformations. Now, you might have been feeling the same way, that yes, you have desires, but they don't light you up to the point of obsession in the way that you can see some people are clearly obsessed. And they manifest great things, and you can say, yeah, well, that's their personality. But what if intensity isn't actually an emotion? What if a burning desire has nothing to do with passion? All those world-class athletes, can it be that their drive isn't fueled by an emotional hunger? Could it be, in fact, that their steadiness and intensity comes from knowing exactly what they're striving for? What if burning desire is really just energetic alignment born from a clearly defined outcome? It's the kind of clarity that creates an ease to being organized and focused and clearly on one path. That clarity is what makes the reality have to come. It has to materialize because it is so clearly on that vibration. As Napoleon Hill writes in his book, Think and Grow Rich, in his chapter about burning desire, a burning desire to win is essential to success, but desire must be definite. Vague desires are but wishes and bring no results. In other words, a burning desire is not about emotional passion. It's all about clarity. It's about knowing what you want so that the steps and the behaviors and the energy is so obvious that it becomes natural. Now, I want you to give something a thought here. You are actually already really good at manifesting your burning desires. Did you know you already have some? Do you go to work every day when you have the opportunity? Do you pay your rent every month? Do you keep food in your refrigerator? See, you made a commitment to the outcome. You have a clarity of the outcome of a desire that you like eating, that you are committed to keeping yourself safe and sleeping in a bed, so that you follow through with the activities that bring that about in the most easy and natural, obvious way, which is you have a job currently, probably. Now, these aren't burning desires in the true creative, expansive sense. They're survival. But the thing is that they count as far as experience and practice. You have plenty. It's just that you've been applying your focus and energy towards maintaining and not expanding. And that is the pitfall for most people. They get to a certain point and they stop pushing themselves. So the point here is just for you to really understand, get that intuitive feeling in yourself that having a burning desire, having a passion and intensity for something doesn't mean you're emotional about it. It doesn't have to be, I'll die if I never get it kind of love story. It is all about clarity of the outcome so that you can see what are obvious energies, behaviors, steps, ideas, intuitive hits to follow through on, so that it makes it very, very obvious and natural for you to follow through on the energies that will land you at the manifestation of your desire. And we are going to do an exercise right now that will do exactly that. We'll make it very clear and magnetic. So for this exercise, I don't want you to bring into play here that one big manifestation you've been going for. This will work best if we just set that aside for now and focus in another way. So here we go. So I want you to get a piece of paper and write this heading and then write out as many things as you can think of. And sometimes for fun, I pre-number, like 25, 40, 50. And I like to do that because a lot of times when I start, my egoic mind goes, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to think of that many things. And then I really have to push myself. And I can almost feel that point where I push past these ordinary things and I really get into that expansive territory energy of where I'm really being creative and inspiration is suddenly coming to me, and really push yourself. So write out 1 through 50 and make yourself fill it all out. So the thing to put at the top, it's not a question, the thing to put at the top is things that sound fun, or these things sound nice, or this would be enjoyable. And then just start writing out things that sound fun to do, something that sounds enjoyable, a thing I would like to experience, and just push yourself. So here I'm going to show you a recent list I did last week. And I can't show it to you in my actual handwriting because you wouldn't be able to read it. But some things that I came up with. I would like to decorate my bedroom, and it would be nice to receive inspiration on how I would like that to look. It would be nice if one of my videos went viral again. A dentist appointment for myself to find $1,000 extra money. I'd like a new area rug. It would be fun to get a real Christmas tree this year. I'd like for my daughter to wake up in the morning and not be cranky. I'd love to be acknowledged at work for doing a good job. I'd like to do something nice for somebody else, and so on and so on. What you are doing is opening your energy up. You're expanding the ideas that you carry. You're expanding your thoughts, your imagination. You're spending much more time focusing on things that are desired rather than focusing on things that are unwanted. This is all high vibrational manifestation energy. Having desires is an energy that we need to develop. Think of all of those people. We probably all know somebody who complains all the time, who just always finds something to complain about. That's a practiced energy. Finding things that are fun to do, enjoyable, ways to expand my experiences. That is also a practiced energy. Okay, part number 2. Now we're going to take one of these desires and really flesh it out. And this is a list you can pull from, every day for a week afterwards, or do these flesh out a couple of desires, whatever feels good to you. So we're going to ask ourselves, what do I really mean by that? So for example, I will take dental appointment because I don't have dental insurance or a full-time dentist. And so it's that time. I feel like it's ready. I should go. When I say I want to manifest a dental appointment, what do I really mean by that? First of all, what am I really asking for here? So it could sound something like, I like having healthy gums. I have noticed bleeding lately when I brush my teeth, and I would like that to not happen. So I like the idea of getting my mouth cleaned, of having healthy gums, of having my teeth be whiter. This all sounds great to me. And what do I really mean by dentist appointment, right? So I would really like to find a dentist who doesn't make me feel guilty for not going often, somebody who is nice, works quickly, is gentle. I would like to just wait for a few minutes in the waiting room. I'd like it to be cozy, everyone be friendly. So this is what I mean when I say I want a dental appointment. Do you see how you're fleshing it out? I'm not prescribing this is what it should look like. It's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday and it's raining outside. And, the office has posters up and stuff like that. I mean, you can, if you're at a certain level of manifestation capability. But a lot of us who have been a little stuck in the mud for a while or feeling like we can't get a good foothold going, this works out really well for you to begin to understand when I am asking for desires, when I am saying I want things, what am I really wanting? What is it I'm getting at here? Okay, yeah, I want a dental appointment. I want it to not cost a lot of money. I want it to be the only thing. I want to hear the dentist say, great, we're all done. We'll see you in 6 months. And I'll say, yeah, sure, 6 months. I don't want there to have to be any follow-up appointments. This is what we mean by getting clear. Sometimes we get stuck in thinking that means all these details. The point is for you to find the energy, the clarity. This is what I'm going for. It's like a basketball. There's a lot of guys that play in the NBA. There's tons of guys that get drafted every year. But all those guys that get drafted every year don't all stick around. There's people who want to be a ball player, but what do they really want? What do they really want? Do they want to win? Do they want to just get paid a lot of money? Do they want to be on a team in their hometown? Do they want to be the star? Or do they just want to play? I don't even care if I sit on the bench most of the time. I just want to play basketball and be around basketball. Or maybe I just want to play long enough so that I can become a coach. That's what I really want, is to be a coach. This is the energy. This is the focus, the outcome. What am I really looking for here? You're maturing the desire by deepening your understanding of it. And in this way of becoming familiar, it moves it into the territory of a burning desire and not just a general idea. Because again, when Napoleon Hill wrote about burning desires in his book, he was talking about people who made decisions, commitments. And when we flesh it out in this way, it is much more easy for us to commit to this. Yes, I have decided that is what I want out of this dental appointment. This is what this looks like. And now that I can fully see it and I understand my own desire for it, now it feels very natural and easy for me to commit to this. In his book, Napoleon Hill wrote about warriors who would take their ship to shore and land, and they were going to go raid the villages. Well, they burned their ships before they did that. There was no retreat, no option to get scared and go back. Their only pathway was forward. That's not emotional, that's strategic. That's a burning desire with a clear outcome. And once we've made our outcome very clear, it makes it very easy for us to shut the door on alternatives, on it not happening. I've made it so clear. I understand what it is I'm wanting here, and that's it. Every person who wins in an undertaking must be willing to burn his ships and cut all sources of retreat. Only by doing so can one be sure of maintaining that state of mind known as burning desire, to win, essential to success. Well, that's what you can do now with your story. You can hold that as your decision. This is a reality I have decided upon. And then you just hold that energy, and it has to manifest. And from here, your only job is to remain that person who made the decision. And I hope that you feel that watching this video was a good decision. And I look forward to bringing you more. And again, if you did like it, a like or subscribe or comment goes such a long way. And I really do appreciate them all. Thank you.